Okay, well, welcome to day 2. And today you're going to need your little booty band. And today we're going to work with the band to really switch on the muscles of the outer hips, those abductors, so the muscles that take our legs away from us. And the only way I could remember that is think about your legs being abducted by aliens. And then adductors are your inner thighs, and they're the muscles that bring your legs closer together. We're going to work on some side steps in that quadruped position and also some donkey kicks. What a bit of fun. So we'll start off with the band around our knees, and we'll just start on our back to begin. So take a nice breath in, land on your mat today. Remind yourself of what your intention to doing this every day this month is. So for me, it is to continually be strong, be steady, and to be able to do all the things that I love with effort, with ease, and without pain. Off we go. So land the body down, bands just above the knees, and we'll start off with some little bridge lifts with an outwards pressure of the band. And one of the things I like about having the band around the legs, especially if glute medius, which is this little muscle that sits on the top of your hips towards the sacrum. I often call it the hold your pants up muscle. And now, where was I going with that? So when glute medius is weak, the knees tend to come in and we find it really hard to abduct the hip. So take the knees a little bit wider to that hips distance. So already this bridge today feels different to the bridge that I did yesterday. I'm trying to really keep my knees tracking forward over my toes, feeling that extra little bit of hum of engagement for the outer hips here for sure. We'll just go for another 4 more. Good, you got another 3, another 2, another 1. Lift the hips up high if that's good for you. If not, drop them down a little and walk the feet into touch. We're just going to take some little abductor pulses out. So feet stay together and the knees are coming out into a little butterfly shape. We go out and in. And so that's when we're starting to work a little bit deeper into those deep glute stabilizers here. So out and in, out and in. Whoa. Continue for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold the knees on that little diagonal to the corners of the mat. Lower the hips down and lift. Just a little kiss down and lift, a little kiss and lift. That's it. Drop and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, a little hold. A little hold here at the end. So my beautiful clinical Pilates instructor, she said to me that whenever we hold a muscle in its contracted phase, that's where if there are any tears, they have more of a chance to re-heal again. So I love that. So the hold is just as important as the movement. Bring the knees back together, lower on down, roll on up and come onto hands and knees. All right, so from here, we're going to take knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders, and we start with a little donkey kick to the side. So I'm going to go for 10 reps today. But if you're working through some deeper, or if you're wanting to build strength, you do 10, take a breather, do another 10, do another breather, and another 10. So you can kind of work to your fatigue if that feels comfortable. Find that length through the back of the neck. And I would encourage you to, every day we're going to be adding in, adding on, and we're going to be working all the muscles of this part of the body over the next 30 days. So you'll definitely get a good go. You might even do this 10 minutes once, and then you might do it later in the afternoon. And that would be really good. All right. From here, bring the knee back underneath the hip. We're going to lift the back leg up and down. So heel to the ceiling and down, heel to the ceiling and down. And now when you lift the heel up to the ceiling, try not to let your belly drop to the floor. So keeping the torso to the hips nice and still for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Take a little bit of a child's pose breather there. Oh, and let's shift to the other side. So moving into that abduction first. So watching that we're not sinking into that left side. So what I might do is just come to face you a little bit. So often I see this in the Pilates room. See how my left thigh is kind of slung out to the left, and that puts a lot of pressure on that glute cheek. So you want to try and the hip capsule, by the way. So lift the knee, the hip back stacked over that knee, and then open and close. So see how my left leg wants to drop over, and really keeping that nice and steady and over my left knee. And so as a process of that, I'm really working my obliques to keep this all really steady. Continue that for another 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, up we go. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Oh goodness. For 5. For 4, I don't know what's more fatiguing. The one I'm leaning on, or I'm not actually leaning, the one I'm supporting this, or the leg that's moving up and down. For 3, 2, and 1. Oh, sit on back. Nice. Roll on up into standing. Now move that band down towards your lower calf. Definitely feeling this. All right, there's some little side steps here. So you're starting at one end of your mat. It's not glamorous, I know, but little steps. It's a little step. So I often like to put my favorite music on and just tap from side to side. Tap, tap, tap in, tap, tap, tap in. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Remember what we said about holding something still? Let's take a little hold. Abduction, press out, lift up through body. Reset that intention. Oh, getting stronger every beat, stronger every breath. Oh, shift over. Stronger every beat, stronger every rep. Healing, so I can do more of what I love. For 3, 2, 1. Well done. Right, get rid of that band. Give your booty a little pat. Thank it for loving you back. And we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Day 3. Can't wait. See you soon.